welcome to S.H.E.R.O Spotlight. For those of you who are new, like I said, welcome. For those of you who are returning, thank you again for joining us for another S.H.E.R.O Spotlight. So first, before we get started, I just want to explain to everybody what S.H.E.R.O Spotlight is for those who are new to this. My name is Alicia Perkins, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker. So during the pandemic, of course, there was a great need for mental health counseling and just for people just to feel more motivated. And so I started doing these Saturday seeds every Saturday, just some little words of motivation. And then it spiraled into the S.H.E.R.O Spotlight because I wanted to spotlight mothers. We are the unsung heroes. We do so much, we go through so much, but we sometimes are not able to share our story because we just have so many different things going on in our lives. And sometimes too, let's be honest, sometimes we're embarrassed about the things that we're struggling with as a mother. And so during my deepest, darkest time in my life, when I was going through a divorce, I was dealing with depression. And although I'm a therapist, I didn't seek help because I thought I could handle it on my own. But eventually I did seek therapy, and it really did help me. But also I created this acronym. As you all know, S.H.E.R.O is a female hero, but I created this acronym. S.H.E.R.O stands for S, sacrificing for my child, H, healing from my past hurts, E, evolving into what God wants me to be, R, revealing my truth, and O is obtaining my goals and happiness. By me doing all those things, I'm at a good place in my life. I've shared my adversities with people, and then I want other people to share theirs as well, because sometimes when we're going through things, we think we're the only one that's struggling with that. And so the S.H.E.R.O Spotlight is to spotlight moms to share their journey, their adversities, but also their successes to where they are right now in their life. And so today I have with me somebody I've known since I was a little girl. We grew up in church together. Her name is Melinda Pritchett, but we know her as Pokey. But she's here today, and I want to honor her too because she's a Black business owner, and this is Black Business Month. And so, Pokey, first I want you to tell the people about you, where you're from, and all that good stuff.
Hello. As she stated, my name is Melinda Pritchett, born and raised in a little country town, Axton, Virginia. Now reside in Collinsville, Virginia. I am a nurse by profession. I'm also a body contouring specialist, an esthetician, CPR and first aid instructor, as well as a notary public. I am a mother of 3 adult children, 36, 32, and 26 years old, 2 daughters and one son. We have 4 granddaughters, 1, 4, 11, and 13 and 15 years old, all girls, no boys yet.
Oh, wow.
Been married to my husband, Dennis. I call him my baby daddy, my man, my support system. We've been together for 28 years. We've been married for 25. Wow. And it's just been, it haven't always been smooth, but it's been worth it.
Awesome. I love to see it. Yes. And to those, again, who are joining in, we are like family here at the S.H.E.R.O Spotlight. So I want you to just type in the chat, if something sounds good to you, it's like we in church, say amen. Yes. Give us some love. We want to hear some feedback. At the end, we will have a session for Q&A, so you can ask some questions to Melinda, and she will answer those for you. So definitely don't just be sitting back, engage. We here. We family. So first thing I want to do, we're going to start off, I break it down based on my acronym. So sacrifice for my children. Do you feel that motherhood and sacrifice go hand in hand? Why or why not?
Most definitely I do, because even though most households, well, I'm not even going to say most, it should consist of mother and father, but we know that we have a lot of single parent households, which is the mother. We even have single parent households where there's a mother and father, but maybe the father works out of town, so it's solely on the mom. So the mother has to sacrifice a lot of time, a lot of her energy. We have to sacrifice a lot, put our feelings aside to make sure everything goes smooth, not only just with our children, but the household, period. I think the women is really the backbone of the home. We look at the male as far as handling things, as far as a home, keeping up the upkeep. But as far as making sure that things run smooth, it's definitely a sacrifice on the woman's part.
Yes, amen to that. And your mom, when we talked and kind of got everything ready for the S.H.E.R.O Spotlight, you talked about how your mom was a huge role model and inspiration to you. And I want to shout out to your mom. She's no longer with us here, but she is here in spirit. And today is her birthday.
It
So we want
is.
to honor her for sure. And I remember your mom when I was a little girl. She's a beautiful lady. So share how she spoke words into you that changed your life journey.
I am the youngest of 6 siblings, total of 9, but I had some that deceased before me. I'm being the youngest at home. My mom kind of, I guess, shifted a lot of the business responsibility to me as far as writing her checks, making sure bills got paid. I actually carried her checkbook. And she would always tell me that you're going to be a boss. You're going to be a boss. My mom got sick. My oldest sister, Jean, is a nurse. At the time that my mom got sick, I was taking courses to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher. Fast forward, my mom, she passed away from cancer on her birthday. And I switched my curriculum from teaching to nursing because I just had a joy to be able to, to take care of my mom because she had, taken care of me for so many years. And from that, it just, I don't know, it always just played back in my mind, you're going to be a boss, you're going to be a boss. So after the nursing part, although I love nursing, it's my passion, I still felt like that it was more for me to do. So I continued, with different continuing education, different projects that I want to build on. And my sister would always tell me, we're sending you to school for all this education, you better do something with it. And I said, don't worry. Yeah, I would tell her, don't worry, it's all gonna come together. So that, like I said, that always stuck with me. My mom was a hard worker. Growing up, I can remember her working 3 jobs to make sure that ends met, to make sure that 6 kids had what we needed, and most of the time, pretty much of what we wanted. And in my mind, I'm thinking, and when I grow up, I don't want to have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to work 3 jobs. And she would always tell me, as far as education, get it now while you're young. And I remember when I got pregnant with my youngest daughter, my oldest daughter, she told me, she says, not the end of the world. She said, that child can help you get from point A to point B if you use your common sense. Then I was like, really didn't understand what she meant by that. But as I got older, I understood. So she played a big part of who I am today. My main goal is not only to I'm making her proud, but I also want to make sure that, I'm a example and a role model to my kids, to let them know that it doesn't matter what you encounter in life. It doesn't matter how old you are, that the sky is not the limit. The limit is when you stop going. That's when you put a limit on how far you can go.
All right, I love that. And so then we go into healing from my past hurts. Share one of your greatest adversities you faced.
One of my greatest adversities, I would have to say, when I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. That was really a blow, something that came unexpected. No one in my family, my mom or my dad's side, suffer with any type of heart condition that I knew of.
Mhm.
And at that time, I was working at the hospital. I had my son and my daughter. My daughter had just went off to college. And so it was kind of disheartening to go through a period of sickness at such an important time in her life. So
Right.
her first year of college, you know, I had to depend on other people to get her home, you know, to take her back, or to drive me to go get her, to drive me to take her back, to, you know, to take things that she needed to her at school. And to hear the words disability, to me, that was not an option. I remember at one point, all I was able was sit in a recliner.
Mhm.
At one point, for about 3 months, all I did was sleep in my recliner because of the fact that when I laid down, you know, it just felt like that I was, you know, drowning in fluid.
Right.
So I remember going through depression. I even remember thinking that maybe I was better off, you know, not being here if that
Mhm.
is how I had to live my life.
Right.
But I remember getting a phone call one day from my sister. My sister, sometime I can call her all day, every day, and can't get her. But
Uh-huh.
she has this sense. She always calls when you need her. This
Uh-huh.
particular day, I had been crying all day long, really having a pity party. And she told me, she said, she quoted some scriptures to me, and she said, I want you, when you get up every day, I want you to repeat these words: I shall live and not die.
Mhm.
And I just got, you know, I just got in the habit of doing that.
Mhm.
And that's when it was like one day that a light bulb just hit. And
Right.
I said, I'm getting up out of this chair and I'm gonna fight.
Mhm.
I do a lot of lives, and on my lives, you know, I always say sometimes that I chose to live.
Mhm.
And literally I did, because that's
Yeah.
when life really started changing for me, was
Right.
when I got up and decided to do something about the congestive heart failure, which you know, a lot of that was, now I know that it was self-brought on
Mhm.
because of you know, things I introduced into my body, not really being self-conscious of my health and just taking it for granted that, you know, I was going to be here forever.
Mhm.
So once I changed my mindset, my whole life changed.
Mhm. All right. Wow. And I mean, that spoke volumes when you said, when I got up. Because a lot of times we want to give up and we just can't lay there. We can't stay stagnant. We have to get up. And shout out to your sister, Jean, for being that person of encouragement to you. Because I always tell people, you don't know what someone's going through. And so your
Right.
words or something that you say to them can just change their whole day or just their whole life. You just never know. So speak life into people. And sometimes we can be so mean to people and so rude, but we don't know what people are going through. So I always try to be kind, because your kind words could change that whole person's, mindset. And so that's just awesome to hear. And now I know many of my sheroes, when I've interviewed them, they discuss going to therapy really helped them on their healing journey. But therapy is not for everyone. And I know that was something different for you. So what was your healing journey? What did you do to get to where you are?
My healing journey, again, goes back to choosing to live. I
Right.
One of the things that I knew that I needed to do was lose weight. I was 287 pounds. And, at one point I was having to go to the doctor every week, twice a week, seeing this doctor, seeing that doctor. And I remember when they would give me my paperwork at the end, the diagnosis, it would have congestive heart failure, and then it
Mm-hmm.
would have obesity. And those
Mm-hmm.
words, I'm like, okay, obesity. I started doing different things to get the weight off. Like I said, one thing I started doing was, it wasn't for a long distance at that time, but
Mhm.
just coming out of my house, just walking back and forth to the mailbox a couple of times a
Right.
day. Then my husband would take me to the park and we would walk. I would walk. Sometimes I would walk from bench to bench, and he'll say, just keep going, just keep going. And then I got a job. My doctor agreed to let me go back to work only part-time just to see if I could work. If she's seeing this, this would be the first time that she heard this. I actually didn't go back part-time. I went back full-time. And so one of the conditions was that if I started having problems, that I would let her know and she'd pull me out. From that day to this one, you know, I kept going. I worked at a nursing facility, and then I ended up getting a job with Blue Cross Blue Shield working from home. From that job is when I learned that we have benefits with our insurance company that out. And one of those benefits is nutritional health. I know with Blue Cross, they pay for 4 visits for you to see a nutritionist, especially if you're obese. And after my 4 visits, I continued my visits for her. So I learned how to read food labels. I learned how to count calories. I basically learned how still to eat what I want to, but to eat it in moderation. You know, drinking water. I did a lot of research on different things that I could do to help with the congestive heart failure. I was introduced to a product that I now sell, which is all natural herbs. And I always tell people that at the time that I was introduced to this product, I was on about 28 medications.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes it was more than that if I needed pain medicine or if I needed muscle relaxers. So I was just so impressed about how just a holistic product helped change my condition. So now from 28 medications down to only 1 medication.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I can remember not even being able to really walk a few steps without having to stop because of knee issues. I've had surgery on both knees, and even after surgery, I still suffered with inflammation. I still suffer with, you know, the arthritis in it. But like I said, because of this product that I was introduced to, I walk about 5 miles a day. I can get on my elliptical now for about an hour. I get on my vibration plate. I'm able to run around with my grandkids, 1 and 4-year-olds. I'm literally living my best life. And again, I say that it first started with the mindset.
Right.
And, you know, like I said, once you change your mindset, you start having a self-pity party, and you just get up and you just do it. And each day is not going to be easy.
Right.
But you have to remind yourself why you're doing it, and you have to just keep pushing through. And that's what I did. So it all goes back again to the mindset and choosing to live. You have to want it bad enough. And that's not just with your health. That's with anything in life. You have to want it bad enough in order to see yourself there. You have to speak it until you see it. And not only speak it until you see it, you also have to believe what you're speaking.
Right. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I love it. I see so many hearts out here. People saying yes, and Utoka saying yes. Awesome. Yes, this is just wonderful. You're so right, though. I mean, really, you do have to change your mindset. And I've been working in the medical field for a long time. And then also I've worked for an insurance company, but you're right too. Please check your benefits. Insurance companies offer a lot of different things for you. Like you said, the nutritional visits, Some of them, if you work for someone, sometimes they have an employee assistance program, an EAP, and they can offer you, like, if you need mental health counseling, different things, saying for free or as part of your benefits. So definitely I would say that, but you're right. It's all about mindset, because I'm a person who's been back and forth when it comes to exercising. Like, all my life, I'll exercise, I'll go hard for a few months and I'll fall off. But the thing is, like you said, I keep going though. I recognize that, okay, girl, you fell off, get back on it. So, like, I'm out here now working out. Yeah, some days I don't want to go to the gym. Lord knows I don't. But I feel so much better when I do go and when I've accomplished it. It just makes me feel better mentally, but also physically, because, like you said, a lot of things that happen to our bodies because of things that we're doing. We're not taking care of ourselves, and we have to take care of ourselves. But again, it starts with your mindset, because you have to get that in your mind that you want to do better. But I love that. But I just love the love that you're getting as well. So now we're moving on to evolving into what God wants you to be. And briefly share how COVID was a setup for you and how it inspired your entrepreneurial journey. Because, of course, a lot of us was dealing with setbacks during COVID, but you had a setup. So tell us more about that.
I did. When COVID hit, I was a school nurse. So, of course, the schools closed. Although I was still getting paid, I was literally like bored, just stuck in the house. We had a shortage of masks. I remember someone giving me a cloth mask. Somewhere I had went, and the lady gave me a cloth mask, and I was like, And so I was scrolling on Facebook, and it was a post from a church, I think it was. They was asking for assistance for ladies that had sewing machines, that knew how to sew. They wanted to help with masks and stuff. So I told my husband, I said, I think I'm gonna get me a sewing machine. It's like, you don't know how to sew. I said, I'm gonna teach myself. So I got my sewing machine. I learned how to make masks. I gave away some, I sold some. From there, I had, right before COVID hit, I went and took my certification for body contouring, opening up my body contouring business. The second wave of COVID hit, so I wasn't really able to, do the advertising for that. So what I did was I continued to the continuing education. I continued to take classes to kind of help me understand, the business better. Not only that, I was on Facebook again, and I saw where somebody had tagged somebody else about a program that was happening through our Chamber of Commerce here in Morrisville, Henry County. So when I went, I followed that link, and when I went, you had to apply by, it was like 4 days. So I got to work. I got up that morning, logged on my computer, and I applied. And I was like, and it said you would hear back from them by February, the first week of February. Well, the first week of February came, I didn't hear back. I said, well, that wasn't for me. It wasn't my time. Well, literally about 2 hours after I spoke that, I got an email from them letting me know that I had been one of the recipients to go through their small business boot camp. The boot camp was for 8 weeks. You went on a Monday for 3 hours. During that boot camp, they went over different elements that you need to know in order to be a successful business owner.
Right.
At the end of the 8 weeks, we had to do a pitch in front of the board. And for those that don't know what a pitch is where you go before the board, you tell them about your business, you try to sell them on how your business is going to impact or make a difference in the community. Once you do that, then you give your pitch on maybe something that you need for your business. And then you have to sell them as to why this is going to benefit your business. So my pitch was for $8,000. Out of that $8,000, I wanted to purchase a comfortable electric spa chair. I wanted to purchase a professional grade machine. We probably it took like a week for them to notify us. So I got the email, hey, we're having graduation, we need you there. They tell me that I had, won one of the awards. I found out when I got there, when I saw my name on like the big check, but I didn't see the amount. So when they was calling out the people, I was one of them. From that, I ended up getting what I asked for, and then some. They paid for my marketing. They called me back and it was like, hey, we want to do a professional photo shoot for you. I did that. And like I said, they paid for marketing. They paid for me to have a professional website build.
Yeah.
So I ended up probably getting close to $11,000 over my ad.
Yeah.
So that let me know then that everything that I was doing, that God was behind it, because everything it just fell into play. So I ended up moving from the location that I was at. I moved into a larger location where I was in there by myself, and I had my official ribbon cutting on October the 3rd of last year.
Yeah.
From there, our local station did an interview with me, posted the interview, different ones started sharing it. Business started picking up. And I was able, September the 16th of last year, I was able to retire my employee of 5 years with the school system, and to go into business full time for myself. And again, like I said, even now, it's like whatever I set my mind to do or think that I need to do to better the business, and especially when it comes to finances, it all just comes. One of my machines messed up, the professional grade machine, and I contacted the company and I just knew the warranty was off. So she told me, she said, well, send me a video of you using it. I sent her the video. About a few days later, she sent me an email and she was like, hey, we're going to send you a whole new machine. We're going to we're gonna put it as a manufacturer defect. But it was only just one of the instruments on that machine that wasn't working. So I ended up with 2 professional grade machines, and that machine is almost $3,000. So like I said, it all just fell into play. I asked, I prayed, and he gave it to me. So I know he's all in this. I know he is.
You got to ask and you shall receive, right?
Exactly.
Now I want you to share with everybody your businesses, all of them, because you have more than one. Share all your businesses with them, how they can find it, the contact information, social media pages, what you offer. Share all that with everyone.
Okay. As far as my body contouring business, I am located at 3690 Greensboro Road in Ridgeway, Virginia. My contact information, you can contact me at 276-250-1057. My website is contouringbymelinda.com. I also have a Vagero booking app, and that is listed on my business website. At that business, I offer skin tightening. I offer facial cleansing. I offer ionic foot detox, the wood therapy, the whole body contouring services, as well as the sauna blanket. I operate appointment only, so you can contact me with any questions that you may have. I also have my Go-Go Shrink Juice. That's the juice that I was talking about. Most people know it by Drink to Shrink. but I branded my own business. So with this business, I do all natural detox drinks. I have weight loss candy. I have different
Wow.
supplements like collagen, enzyme, you name it. It's a full body system. I also incorporate that in with my body contouring business. You can contact me. I have a website, choose to live at company.com, at company.site. I'm sorry. That's my business website for my Go-Go Shrink Juice business. I also am a certified first aid and CPR instructor. You can reach me with that business if you need to be recertified or certified for the CPR, which is American Heart Association. You can reach me at 276-618-9738 for your certification needs. And I am a notary. I am a notary for the state of Virginia. You can reach me at same number, 276-618-9738 for your notary needs. I am mobile, so I can come to you. And that right now is the only businesses that I have.
Yes, I love it. I was trying to keep up with you, so I'll put stuff in the chat. I'll put her page for Creative Contouring by Melinda. I'll put that on there so you can go to her social media page and get all the information regarding her location, everything of that nature. As far as your drinks, is it Go-Go Shrink Juice? Did I have that right?
It is.
And what was your website again for that? It was
It's Choose to Lose.
Okay.
At company.site.
Okay. That site. Okay. And then I also put your telephone number in there for CPR and also notary services. So look, she got everything now. So make sure you all definitely support this Black woman owned business, so definitely make sure if you're in the local area, support her. You can get her drinks or juices, even if you don't live in the local area, because I'm sure she can ship those to you. So definitely support her. Now, for people who don't know a lot about body contouring, can you share with them a little bit about it, like the risks, the benefits?
I sure can. Body contouring is, it is a non-invasive type service. It is actually a cheaper alternative to weight loss surgeries. It's a slower process as far as the weight loss. It helps tighten loose skin. If you're a person that have lost a lot of weight, then you will benefit from the tightening portion of the body contouring. And what it is, we just use a radio frequency waves, and whatever area that you want to be treated, we have a machine. If you've ever had an ultrasound, most women you have, if you've been pregnant, it's kind of like that. I can see on my screen when I'm hitting fat. So when I'm using my tool on you, you'll hear a little buzzing in your ear. And that buzzing just an indication of letting you know that every time that I hit fat, what it does is it bursts, bursts and it melts. From there, I have another tool that I use to help with the lymphatic drainage, because the way that you excrete the fat that I am melting is through your lymphatic system. I also, it's no downtime. It's something that you can get done on your lunch break. There's no side effects. The only contraindication is I do not do breastfeeding mothers. And the reason being is because we do not want to interfere with what you need to do with your baby. If you have a pacemaker, you can't get this service. And that's cancer patients. If you that's kind of iffy. You know, that's something that we would have to go into detail. If you are actively receiving treatment, then you can't get the services. But if you are in remission, and we would just have to talk about that, because, you know, it's not to say that you can't get it, but it's some questions that I would need to ask you as far as that. No pain. The only thing that you may see a little redness in the area, which will go away within a matter of minutes. It's one of those immediate gratifications, which means once you get off of my table, you're going to see, you're going to notice something. I do your measurements before and after, just so you can see the difference. So you can see the difference in your measurements. I do before and after pictures. I have clients that choose not for their pictures to be shown on my business page, and I honor that. But I still do pictures because I want you to see how you are coming along with the services, because a whole lot of times when we look in the mirror, we don't see what other people see. Right. So I like to show you that. And I often tell people that this is not a one and done type service. It's a service that you do like everything else when it comes to weight loss and getting healthy. You do have to get your water in. You do have to be subconscious to what you are eating as far as your fats and carbs, because what this is doing is it is eliminating your fat through, it's like liquefying it. So if we're doing that and you're steady, eating at Burger King or whatever, even though I'm destroying those fat cells, you're still introducing more by what you're introducing your body to. So I always tell people, be prepared for the slow and steady process. Although if you do your part while you're getting the treatments, you're going to see, like I said, immediate results. You're going to, you're really going to be ecstatic about what you see as far as your body conforming. I do the treatments on myself, and that's actually how I got into this business, because I saw how it actually worked. And when I started losing weight, the cost of having the skin tightened surgically, it was very expensive, and that's something that a lot of insurance companies won't pay for. So this was like the alternative for me to tighten up their loose skin, to work on that cellulite. And that's another thing I do. I do cellulite treatment for people that has those double chins, the back fat, the arm fat. We can work on that as well. I offer package deals because we all know that you save when it's in bundles. So I want you to be able to get more bang for your buck. So I put it in, I have bundle deals on there. I also run every month, I run some type of deal, because I do believe that as women, we need to pamper and love on us more. We are so busy giving to everybody else that by the time we get to us, we wore out, we're toe down, we're overweight, and we're ranky. So, that's one of the things that I set out for my business. Not just to bring you in to slim you, but when you leave, I want you to your confidence. I want it to be I'm encouraging you because somebody encouraged me, and I know how it made me feel. And that's another reason why I only do appointments, because when you come, I want us to have that one-on-one time. A lot of my clients, when they come, they sleep while they're there, and I have clients that really don't even need the service now, but they come because they said this is like their me time. This is like their time to just exhale and just, forget about home and forget about, the kids, forget about working. This is something that they do for themselves. And, just to be able to see the look on their faces. When I'm showing them the pictures, of week 1 and we're at week 6.
Right.
And they're like, well, I didn't, I didn't see that. Or I noticed my waistline in my pants was a little bigger, or people telling me my face is smaller. That is just, it just makes my day. I try to encourage women that, it's hard for you to pour into someone else if your cup is empty.
Right.
And and sometimes you're not gonna get the encouraging phone call from who you think you're gonna get it from. So therefore you have to learn to love and encourage yourself. So that is one of the reasons why I do what I do at my business. I want to pamper you. I want to help beautify you and help you see that you are beautiful. Yeah. And help you see that, you are just awesome. And that just inspires me when I see how these ladies face light up when they come for these services.
Wow, yes, I just absolutely love everything about that. And you're in good hands when you go to sleep on the table. But not only that, I like the part too that you're actually a nurse, because some people, they can do this and just get certifications, but you have a nurse background, so that is also amazing too. So you'll be in good hands. So again, make sure you support her business, and like I said, if you're in the local area of Martinsville, surrounding areas, definitely check out her business. Now, what are some tips that you have learned as a business owner that you would like to share with others who may be wanting to get into business, or who are business owners that are just getting kind of overwhelmed? What are some tips you want to share?
Well, one thing I've learned in the business is being a business owner is not for the weak. It's not one of those things where you're going to open today and you're going to blow up tomorrow. It comes with a lot of sacrifice, a lot of patience, and a lot of prayer. One thing that I would tell somebody that's thinking about opening up your own business, talk to someone that's maybe in the same type of business that you are interested in opening. And then once you open your business, surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people that can kind of pour into you. People that are not going to be selfish with giving you information. Get your face out there, networking. Anytime that you can attend events for the community, be there. If you have programs in your area that is aimed at helping small businesses, take advantage of it. Because like I said, I went through that Chamber of Commerce program, and I don't know if the success that I have now, if I would have had it as quick as I have been able to obtain it now, if I hadn't taken advantage of that opportunity. And and from that opportunity, I have met other people that have poured into me, that have helped me to obtain business credit, who have helped me as far as insurance, and that's another thing. You want to make sure that regardless of what type of business that you're in, that you obtain that business insurance. That's important too. And I'm reminding of a saying that if you are around 4 broke friends, you're going to be the 5th one. So again, that goes back to surrounding yourself with people that are already where you're trying to get, because they can help you not make some mistakes along the way. They can help you get there a little quicker because they have already been through it. And be able to accept constructive criticism and customer service. And regardless of what type of business you're in, customer service, word of mouth can either help or harm your business.
That is so true.
So you want to make sure that you are keeping the lines of communication open with your customers, with your clients. And if they come to you with a complaint, do everything in your power to make it right. Now,
Right.
you will come in contact with those that's just, just difficult. You will. But those are the ones you want to farewell and love them from a distance. But at the end of the day, if you have a dream or something that you have been sitting on, I want to encourage you today to get up, do your research, get started, because a dream deferred is a dream denied. If you never know where your business can take you, if you don't take that leap of faith, and I said today in a live, I don't believe that God will bring you to it if he's not going to bring you through it.
Yeah.
Change your mindset, change your life. It don't matter how old you are. It does not matter the initials behind your name. It don't matter who your mama or your daddy is. At the end of the day, it's all about you and what you're willing to do to get it going and to make it happen. Because one thing that my mom told us, quitting is not an option. And she had this saying, I declare you can make it. And I tell myself that often, even when things is not going the way that I want to in business, appointments may slack off, my sales may slack off in my other business. I don't get down on myself. I repeat those words. I declare you can make it. Downtime, I use that downtime to come up creative ways to get more eyes on my business, because you can't just get comfortable where you are. You always have to be looking for a way to keep climbing, because at the end of the day, my family is who I do it for. I do not, I want to be able to leave something that my kids can take over, when I retire, my grandkids, sometimes I have my grandkids in the shop with me, and, they're so, intrigued. They want to know this and they want to know that, and I try to break it down to them. And my oldest one told me, she said, Gigi, she said, when I get big, I'm going to help you. And I said, you sure is. You're not going to help me. You're going to run it, because by the time you get big, Gigi is going to be ready to retire. So I know in order for me to be able to do that, I have to grind now. I have to grind now. Absolutely. And I always say, by any means necessary, by any means necessary.
Oh my God, you dropped so many gems just in that part right there. Just so many different gems. And I just wrote down, I declare I can make it. So how many of y'all out there with me? I declare I can make it. And you're so right too. It's just like, just being around people who are like-minded. Because if you have someone who's not like-minded, they're not going to see your vision and they're going to be negative, which is going to make you second guess everything that you're thinking about. But if that's what God has given you, and that's, the steps that he has for you, or the plan, follow it through, because he's going to give everything to you, because it's his what he wants for you to do. So everything is going to fall into place, but you have to, like you said, take that leap of faith, step out there. You have to do it. But then to those that have already made it and are doing really well in business or whatever you may do, don't just keep it to yourself. Share the love. And like you said earlier, some people can be very stingy with their information, but that's not how you get blessed. Exactly. I love being a mentor. I love giving back or whatever to other people, because I want them to learn the things that I did so they won't do it. The mistakes that I made, I want to tell you, hey, don't do that, so you won't waste your time doing it. So we definitely have to look out for one another, because at the end of the day, we should be a community. We should be trying to uplift one another, not be thinking, oh, she's going to take what I got. Because again, if God gave it to you, nobody can take it from you.
So what's for you is for you. Exactly. And one thing my mama used to always tell us, she said, you can't get blessed with your hands closed, which means in order for you to get blessed, you have to share what you got, because that's where your blessings come from, when you share with other people.
Right. So Melinda, you have just shared so much tonight. And so what is the next chapter for you?
The next chapter for me is, my plans is my goal that my next goal is I would like to be able to open up a full-time day spa where
Yes.
men and women, you can come, basically a one-stop shop. You can come, you can get your hair done, you can get your nails
Yes.
done, you can get a massage, you can get your body contoured, you can get your foot detox, you can get your face beat, you can get your face clean. A one-stop shop. And with that one-stop shop, the only time I plan on being in there working is if someone happened to call out. Money still got to come in. Then I will, I will come in and I will work. But I plan on opening this day spa and employing other people, giving them an opportunity to shine, giving them an opportunity to show off their talents. So basically, the one-stop day spa. That's my
I love it.
That's my
Yeah,
goal.
for showing you love. Let's give her some love with this, and let's give her some prayers for this, because we want to see it through. We want to see you succeed. We want to see this day spa, and definitely would be good for Martinsville. So all for joining us tonight. I will go on with my S.H.E.R.O come in again, Melinda. You have sacrificed for your children. You have help from your past hurt. You're evolving into what God wants you to be. You sat here today, revealed your truth, and you're obtaining your goals and happiness. And I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud to know you as well. And so glad to see all the great things God is doing for you. And definitely, I'm going to check out your business too. And I'm in Martinsville, by the way. So again, let's just give her some love. And again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. And like I said, please share this. If it was an inspiration to you, please let others know. Thank you all so much. And tune in next month for our next S.H.E.R.O. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.